Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Creating NFTs and Smart Contracts presented by Bueno. I am Steph. You may have seen me on Discord and Twitter as Pef. Nice to meet you all. I am the community and support manager at Bueno. And today I am joined by Pablo. So I'm going to go ahead and join him, put him in right now. Hey, Pablo.
Oh, hey, hi. Hello. Will this be recorded to watch later? Yes, I think. Yeah, because
Yes.
I think that this is also being put on YouTube, right? And so, like, if it is on YouTube, it
Yeah.
gets recorded automatically. Hello, Steph. How are you?
Hi, I'm so good. So Pablo today he's going to walk you all through creating NFTs and smart contracts using Bueno. But before we start, we have some exciting news. Today we just launched the Bueno generator on Product Hunt. So if you haven't already, please give us a like, give us an upvote, and help us make Bueno the product of the day. The
So,
reveal.
I have to say this like 20 minutes ago, we were number 3 on Product Hunt, and now we're number 7. What's going on? We need your upvotes.
Help
We
us,
need your
please.
upvotes. Yes, so please go. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that some of them might have bought upvotes. So I don't know. This is me, conspiracy theorist, or maybe I'm just like I cannot accept that there are other good stuff out there. Maybe what do you think it is, this stuff?
I don't know. I think we just need our community members to really go for it.
Look,
Give us
Steph,
those
I'm
likes.
turning into an NFT. I just have multiple traits all at once. What Pablo do you want?
I don't know. I think you might need to get a little tweaked there on Bueno. I don't think you should have so many sunglasses.
Let me filter on a different trait. Different head. There you go. Do you like this better? Do you think this looks rare?
Yeah, it looks more rare. With the
Yeah, you
weirdest face you've ever seen.
you you would change your Twitter profile for this, Steph? No. Your silence is telling me that maybe not.
It could be a little brighter. It could be a little more spunky.
What about these? These glasses are kind of, what do you say? What do you say? Spongy?
Spongy?
I don't know. Say you said a little brighter, a little bit more spongy.
No, spunky.
Spunky. Yeah,
Like more personality.
this is it. Just no traits
Classic,
needed.
classic
OG
Pablo.
101. One of one. Okay, Steph. Well, I'm really excited about today, Steph. I think we're going to be learning a lot of good stuff. Because today we're going to show not just the art generator, but also, dun dun dun, we're also going to be showing the or no code smart contract deployer.
Whoop whoop.
We need a better name for it. Like every time, oh yeah, just like use or no code smart contract deployer. No
It does
code
sound a
smart
little
contract deployer. It doesn't roll off the tongue as good
it
as
sounds a
much,
little robotic.
Yeah. Maybe just what do you think about calling it just the deployer?
The deployer. All caps.
Oh, claps. Yeah, it feels like an 80s movie. I'll be back. I'll I'll be back on the mainnet. It even sounds like a futuristic kind of thing, where it's like a robot that wasn't a Skynet Terminator.
I don't know. You know what? It's really sad too because I just watched Terminator not that long ago. I'm not a
What?
true fandom.
Number 1 or number 2? Or
Number
don't
one.
tell me you watched number 4 or number
I
5
watched
because
no,
they're
actually
like,
most recently I watched number 2.
oh, you just watched Terminator 2. Okay.
That's the one
How
where the guy melts, right? Or
Yeah, yeah.
something.
How do you feel about the special effects? Do you think they aged well?
I think it looked cool, but
It
it
looked
also
cool.
had kind of a vintage feel.
Vintage as in not cool.
No, vintage in a good way, you
Vintage in a
know?
good way. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it looked really good for whenever it was the early 90s, right?
Yeah, early 90s. It was one of the first movies that used like computer graphics in a cool way.
Yeah,
Like,
actually, Lord of the Rings really, really, really holds up. The early
well,
2000s
yeah, but that's on the
CGI.
2000s. We're talking about
I
like
know, but
90s.
still, it was. I would say that Lord of the Rings was still like kind
Yeah.
of breaking, glass shattering in its.
Steph, you know me, I will be here talking for hours about movies.
Yes.
But maybe we should move on to, to the stuff that people are here for. Let's
Yeah.
get to it. And maybe let's just get started and I'll just share my screen. And maybe, Steph, can you share the agenda really quickly?
Yeah.
So just for everyone, we're going to be doing these things. Hey, today I'm going to show you, let me just move over here so you can see me. I'm going to be showing you like how I organize the art on my files. Like then we're going to import it to Bueno. Once it's in Bueno, we're going to do more organization of layers and stuff. Then we're going to be creating something that is we're called rules and also control the rarity and just like play around with it. Just like play around with the art and see how it looks, and then after that, we're going to show you how to deploy a smart contract on Bueno with our no code smart contract deployer.
The deployer.
The deployer. Dun,
The
dun, dun,
deploy.
dun, dun. Da, da,
we
da, da,
we need
da.
definitely need a theme song for the deployer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got it. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'm going
Uh
to start sharing my screen. Look at that. Trippy.
oh.
Okay, so okay, you didn't want to see that. Let's close all the stuff that you shouldn't be looking at, and let's go to Photoshop. Okay, so
All right.
this is what I'm going to be showing
I'm
today.
gonna dip out. So give you the floor here, Pablo.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, Steph. And for anyone who has questions and stuff, just go to the chat and just like ask questions. Steph might be able to answer your questions there, or she will bring them up later, okay, and then I'll potentially try to answer those. So okay, let me show you this PSD file, and this PSD file is actually created on Procreate. On Procreate, I create all of my art. So for those who use Procreate, it supports Bueno. So let me just show you here. It actually, everything is made in Procreate. And then every layer and everything, every little detail, I export it to Photoshop. And then in Photoshop, it's actually easier to just like organize my files. This is just me, like how I organize stuff. But this is important because once you export it to Bueno, you want your files, your layers, everything to be organized in groups, and the layers to have the correct name, because then Bueno will be able to just like use that in the metadata. So for example, here, you will see that I have a ton of groups. Let's just like go over here. Let me see if I can zoom in. Well, yeah, I don't know if you can actually see me zooming in, but over here, you're going to see that there's a lot of different groups, and each group is a trait group, or like a specific what do you call it, category, not category, you call it a component. And then in those, like I have all the different traits. So for example, I created different ear accessories. So over here, you're going to see, let me just zoom into the ear accessory. I have different ear accessories. I want that is a hearing device, a hearing aid device, and then I have a pencil. I have some loops like earrings. Then I have like a kitty like earring, and then I have a bolt earring. And then also I have hats. And then let me go over here, and it's the same rules. Whereas like I have hats that each layer is a different hat. And you see how the hair and the hats are separate. This allows me to have different hairs and different hats that mix together. So that creates really cool, weird combinations. So let me just show you. For example, I have a beanie. I have this one that is like a fox hat. I have this one that is a big hat. And you're going to see here that the one that is called a big hat, it's kind of weird, right? It doesn't look complete. And that's because I'm going to show you later how to combine top and bottom. You can combine trait groups into one single layer. I'm going to show you how For example, big hat has a layer on the top and a layer on the bottom. Why do I do that? Because, like, let me just actually show you here. I have it here in a different group that is called hat backs. I can do stuff like this. And now I have, you see how I want some of the part to be on top of the hair, but also a part of it to be below everything and also even below the clothing. So these kinds of combinations are possible in Bueno and makes everything super powerful. So, okay, I just want to show you really quickly how I organize my files. You can just like get understand what happens here, right? It's just like each group has different traits, and each trait is just like a different layer. So, for example, let me just show you the last one that I'm going to show you. Let me just hide all the hats, and just like these ones are pretty cool. And let me just hide all these hats on the back. Da, 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 da. Oh my god, hatbacks. Yeah, let me check hide that, and then just show. Let me show you all the different hairs. For example, we have that in different color. We have a long hair. We have this one that is kind of like a mullet. Oh, I call it Kravitz. And then this one that is like no hair. Then it has curly shirt and all different variations. I really love this one. Look at the details on this hair. How cool is that? Anyway, okay, cool. We have that. Once you have your art ready, then you can export this all as PNGs. I love using a plugin that is called Export Layers to Files Fast. And this is a plugin. We can maybe Steph, you can add a link there in the chat, but just Google Export Layers to Files, and then you'll find just like a plugin that you can install. It is not a plugin; it's a script you can install for Photoshop. And then on this one, you just go over here, and then you just want to say like, export all the layers. Also, I want them to be grouped as folders. That's important. You want them to be grouped as folders because, like, Bueno will need that hierarchy in your folders when you import it into Bueno, and that way it will create different trade groups. And also, you want it to be PNG, and you want it to be transparent. That way, each layer will be able to combine one with each other. And then you just run it. You just select a folder in your browse in your hard drive where you want to save this. You run it, and that's it. I already did this, so let's not do that. And I'm just going to show you how it actually looks at the end when you have this. For example, I have this one, and it's Humankind, and I have already this folder where I exported everything. Once it's exported everything with that script, then you're going to find stuff like this, every folder, and then you're going to find each layer separate. This is really important to have all these things. You see all the different clothings that I created. Here, there are PNGs, but also not only that, but they have the same size as my template. They have all the same size, and that way, everything will fit together. So I have all of this stuff, all the different clothing, all the different eyes. The eyes, I think, they're pretty cool. Look at all the eyes, different expressions. These ones are kind of scary. Oh my God. So there you go. I have all this stuff. It's already ready. And now I'm ready to go to Bueno and import all this stuff. So I'm going to go over here. And if you want to use it, just go to nft.bueno.art. You go over there, and then you're going to see here. I already have like different projects that I made that I've been testing around. And if this is your first time, you just have to create a new project. So let's go ahead and just create a new project. Let's call it Bueno Test. Bueno Test. And then here you just name it, and then you just tell it how many tokens this collection is going to have. By default, is 1,000. You can change it to 10,000, 20,000. It doesn't matter. You can change it later at any time. So let's just keep it at 1,000 for now. And let's just create a collection. Right now, it's just blank because there's no image here. So there's nothing here. So let's go ahead and actually just how to do this. I want to export, just drag and drop that folder that I was showing before. I want to drag and drop it here. I just export it, and look at that. It just it imported all the different layers super quickly, and it's detecting, well, since this is the first time, it's detecting all of these as new traits. All of these layers, they're new traits, and they're just all together. So I'm going to go ahead and upload. Da-da-da. It's a pretty heavy collection, so it might take 1 minute or two. Well, it was less than that. Wow, 139 components. That's a lot. So once you import all those components, then you're going to have them here, and then you're going to see them here, already separate by different trade groups. So all the backpacks, they're here. All the different body accessories, all the different clothing, everything is here. And now that they're all here, I can go and actually go and preview my tokens. And look at this, and it looks like poop. What's going on? What happened here? We have 1,000 tokens and they don't look that well, right? Well, that's because Bueno, when you import all the layers, it doesn't really know the order of the layers. You have to like say like, hey, this one is on top, this one is on the bottom, and all that stuff. So to do that, I can just like go to my templates, and then here, by the way, you can create multiple templates. For this one, we're just going to have one template. Just going to click here, and then here you're going to see all the different layers that exist. All the different layers are actually all the different trade groups. So I want to have, I think the background should be all the way to the bottom. So let's just move it all the way to the back, to the to to the bottom. Then let's move the hair up. I think the nose should be a little bit around here. I think the body should be. It's just once you do this, you only do it once and that's it. Okay, so don't be like, oh my god, what is going on? And then you want skin. I want it to be on top of the body, and the skin is just like a different shades. And then let's put the clothing on top of the skin. Then I think the hair back is what I was telling you. I want it to be actually below the body. So let's put it below the body, the hair back. Let's put the hats should be all the way to the top. Let's put the blush. The blush should be on top of the face, on top of the skin. So oh my god, sometimes it's just like really fast. So you gotta be a little bit slower here. Just be patient. Just be patient. You're gonna get it. Then hat backs should be all the way here. I think they should be below the body too. So again, this is a work that you do once and that's it. Okay. Let's do clothing, face details. I think the wheelchair should be behind the body. And I think it should be behind the hat backs and the hair back. Yeah, let's put it here. Let's also do what else? Face gear, it should be on top of the eyes. That's good. Body accessories, let's put it on top of the on top of the body, on top of the clothing. These are like body accessories that just like go on top of the clothing. Da, da, da. This is you're going to be like, Pablo, this is boring. Yeah, I mean it's just like once, you do it just once and then that's it. Come on, don't be like that. Come on, just give us a break. You're like, Pablo. Okay, wheelchair, backpack, and now I think I think we have it. I think we have all of this stuff. Now let's see what else. What else? 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 Body. I think we have everything. Body accessories, face details, mouth, blush, the eyes, the face gear, the ear accessory. Little details are on top. Then the ear accessory, I think, should be on top of the hair. So let's move it there. The nose should be behind. And we got it. I think that's it. You do a celebration dance every time you do something good. And now let's test it. Let's preview this and let's see how it's looking. Let's regenerate the tokens. Yes, let's do it all again. They're starting to look good, right? At least the eyes are there. The eyes look like they're in the right position, but I'm realizing that, for example, here, what I call it, the glasses should be on top of the hair. So that's something that I need to go over here and change my template. I want to go to the face gear to be on top of the hair. I forgot about that. Yeah, you see it here. You have a preview here. I should have noticed that. So let's preview it again. Let's regenerate the tokens. Let's see how it's looking. And it's looking good. It's looking good. So now, here's the thing. It looks like a mess right now. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff happening. And you don't want that stuff to always be happening. So what we can do is to start creating rules because some things combine and some things shouldn't be combining. And for that, for example, you see this hat. This shouldn't be with this. What is going on there? So I'm going to go ahead and actually start managing the rules. And this is like actually a pretty complex one. I'm realizing that that I'm putting a really complex one, but it's okay. For example, I want the wizard hat to always pair with the wizard hat on the back. So I'm going to add that rule. And then I'm going to do the same with like, what else? I think it's long hair, mullet dark. For example, yeah, the beanie, the big hat. Remember there was a big hat? Well, let's do the big hat on the top and on the back. So let's add that rule. No, this one actually was always pairs with. There you go. So analyze the rules. We have all of the rules are great. We just added two rules, but let's start previewing our rules and see if it's working. Hey, there you go. You see how now the hat always looks good? This hat and this, it's combining these two and they always look good. At least, and see the wizard hat always looks good. Why? Because it's combining the top and the bottom and it's creating one single trait. Awesome. So awesome. So another thing that we want to do is also to say, hey, some backpacks, the backpacks and the wheelchair shouldn't combine because the wheelchair has its own backpacks. So let's go over here and let's say, let's combine another one that is like wheelchair, always pairs with on the backpack with the one that is none. I think that there's one that is none. Oh, no, then how should it be? Huh. Then it should be wheelchair. Oh, doesn't mix. It shouldn't mix with any of the backpacks. So let's go and it doesn't mix with, hmm, how should it be? Well, this is just this is one of those complex things that I need to actually. You know what? I'm going to do? I'm going to actually check how I did it because I already did this, and I don't remember how I did it. Oh my god! Actually, yeah. Let's just show that because like I think it's actually better. So let me just go to my settings and let me just go to my rules. And I think I did something with the wheelchair. Let's see what I did. Doesn't mix with backpack all. Yeah, that's what I did. Duh. Wheelchair, wheelchair doesn't mix with backpack. Select all, and there you go. That way, the wheelchair and the backpack don't mix together because those traits clash one with the other. Okay, so now let's go to over here to my components and let's preview everything. Let's regenerate the tokens, and now we shouldn't be seeing those clashes anymore. Oh, I know what's happening. The thing here too is that I want to also create different rarity on the backpacks. The backpacks shouldn't always be there. So I want to go and on the backpacks are always here. And I want some of the elements to have a backpack and some of them don't have a backpack. So I'm going to say edit trade group and I'm going to say that, let's say that only 40% of the tokens will have a backpack. So I'm going to save this, da, 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 and then I'm going to preview it. And now it should generate some tokens. There you go. So now some of them have a backpack and some of them have a wheelchair. And now I want to also the wheelchair to also have some rarity. So I'm going to go over here. Wow, this is a complex one. Edit trade group. And I'm going to say that maybe 10% of them have also just like the wheelchair attribute. And there you go. And now let's see how I did it over here. Now let's see what else I did. Wheelchair and then backpacks all, and then let's preview it. So now over here, I already created all the rules, and let's just see how it's all looking. So over here, you're going to see that, for example, we have hair. This hair has two different hairs, one that is on the top and one that is in the bottom. How did I do that? I connected what is two different types of hairs. Like I connected, what is this? Over here, I go to the hairs and the one that is on the top, that is like the long one, this one, I combined it, the super long one, with the super long back. And I created a rule that combines what do you call it? Super long, super long hair always pairs with the super long back. That way, those two will always pair and they will always look right. And that way, we have something like this. So after once you have all of your rules, all of the stuff that you want to do, then your collection is going to look like this. Look at all the rules that I created. I made these rules just to be perfect on all the different traits, because sometimes some traits don't mix together. They don't go well. So then you will have, for example, this third eye. I don't want it to mix with this one that is called Bud Light. The third eye doesn't mix with manager. And actually, once you start creating those rules, you can we have something that is called analyze rules, and this just combines the rules that are just like repetitive, or they can be just like turned into one single rule. So now let's go preview. Let's regenerate our tokens. Everything is looking perfect. But now, one thing that we want to do once we have created all the rules, we want to start adding rarity. That means that maybe some elements we want them to be more rare than others. So, for example, if we go to the eyes, let's go to the eyes, and we're going to see that all of the eyes here, they're all pretty balanced. Like it's 10,000 tokens, and we see that the con ones, there's 1,400. They're all around 13 to 1,400. They're all pretty balanced. They were all generated randomly, but since there's no rarity between them, they're all almost the same number. But let's say that you want the ones that are possessed, the possessed eyes. Where are the possessed eyes? Eyes, suspicious, tired. Wait, what? Where are the possessed eyes? I'm pretty sure that I call them possessed eyes. Hair, curly eyes. Oh, I call them deep. I don't know why I call them deep. Yeah, let's say that we have the deep eyes. I want it to be more rare. Right now, there's 1,400, 1,470, and I want it to be more rare. So I will go to the manage, I will go to my components, and then I will go to the eyes, and I'm going to say, hey, these eyes, let's go over here, the ones that are deep. I can go over here and I can say, you see how everything is in the middle? This is the rarity slider, and everything is just like pretty balanced. It's all in the middle. So they're all kind of the same estimated percentage. You can see that they're all estimated around 14%. But if I go ahead and say, and instead of making them common, I want them to be a little bit more rare, then the estimate goes down to 7%, to 7, 8%. Not only that, but once you make this more rare, then you're making the other ones more common. Now, these ones, instead of only 14%, the estimated percentage, now they're at 15%, because every time you affect one little detail, it affects everything in your collection. So you can go ahead and just like, go really quickly here, just like, edit these here. But you can also say, I want to have more control. And you can go here, edit trade group, and actually go here and say, like, no, actually not 1%, but I want 5%. And 5%, it just gives you an estimate that is going to be around 100 to 200, an estimated quantity of tokens that have the deep eyes. So I'm going to save this. Da-da-da. It's saving the attributes. And now I'm going to go to preview. So let's go ahead and remember the eyes. The deep eyes, the ones that look like zombie, they were around 1470. Now let's regenerate the tokens with the new rarity, and let's see what happens. So now if we go to eyes, we're going to see that the deep eyes, the one that look like zombie, now it's only 158. Now they're pretty rare. So now we made them more rare, and yeah, so now it's only 158 in a collection of 10,000 that have these like kind of like zombie dead eyes. And then you can just go ahead and go crazy, like just changing everything. Maybe you want the skateboard to be a little bit more rare. So you go here, edit trade group, and you can go ahead and say, like, hey, I want the skateboard to be maybe 20% of weight. Maybe the staff is going to be even more rare. So this one is going to have a weight of 10. And let's say that the giant sword is going to have even more rare. So now I'm going to put it at 5. So I'm going to save this. We saved it, and now let's go to our preview, and then here let's regenerate the tokens, and then now what did we change? Oh yeah, the backpacks. Now if we go to the backpacks, you're going to see here in the filters that not all of them are the same. Some of them have less than others, so some of them are more rare. Now here you're looking at it visually, but at any time, if you want to go ahead and just look at the numbers, you can go ahead here and click on the metadata. And just for example, here on the backpack, you can just like go ahead and say like, hey, what is the percentage? And also what is the quantity of these each trade you're seeing. So this is just gives you a glimpse of how your collection is doing. So remember, we made the giant sword the most rare, then the staff, then the skateboard. So those are like there's a balance that they go more rare, and then the rest are almost the same. They're between 1,000 and 1,100. They're all kind of the same. That's because I didn't change the rarity on them. So yeah, that's how you control it. It's really easy. And the cool thing is that you have these sliders and you have these numbers, and you can just like go crazy creating different rules, creating different things, different connections, different things that just like make things more rare or more just like more specific. So yeah, so that's it. Once you have this, then another thing that you might want to add is just like custom tokens. These are like one of ones. And when you create a custom token, you can either select a specific traits that already exist, or you can even create new traits. For example, you can say, hey, upload a custom image, or you can even just like select a new trait. For example, they're here, and we can just like turn on and off even traits that don't appear here. So this is just if you want to create custom tokens 101, this is the way to do it, but I don't want to do that. So let's just keep it like that. So now we have all of this, and once you're ready and you're saying like, okay, let's put this in the blockchain. So what you want to do is create a token set. You want to create a token set and then put it in the blockchain. So here you will say like, hey, generate from the previous set, or just generate a totally new set. When you do this, then it will actually just like go take a look at all your collection, and then create all the images, the metadata, and all of that stuff that you want to create. So I'm going to say like, hey, generate. I think it's going to take a pretty long time. So I'm actually going to just use one that I already made before. So actually, this one is where was it? I think it was, or did I already archive it? Oh, I think I archived it. Ooh. Okay, let's go back and actually just create a token set of only 100, just to for testing. Let's uh let's go ahead and do that. Oops, I didn't save the changes. Let me just save the changes, save the settings. We just only create 100, and let's generate this collection. Let's generate a new set. Let's generate from the preview. Oops, yeah, let's generate the preview. And then this is generating from the preview, and it's taking some time. This is, I don't know why it's taking some time. This is weird. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's because I need to connect my wallet or something. Oh, idiot. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to stop sharing for a second. Okay. Let me just connect my wallet, because apparently I wasn't connected. Uh, I want to put my password
Stepping in to
over
fill in the
here.
silence
I
so
was like,
you're
what is
feeling a
going
little
on?
less
Why
awkward.
is it not? Yeah, I was like, what's going on? Why is it not connecting? And it's because I had my wallet not connected to it.
Shaking my
So
head.
yeah, okay. So let me just share my screen again. I connected my wallet. So now, can you see my screen? Can
I
you share my
can.
screen again?
I wanted to wait until you got back to your thing,
Oh,
but
okay.
there you
Gotcha.
go. There it goes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's generating the token set. Apparently, it's going to take a while. I'm realizing that. Let me see if I already have another token set that already has something created. It's just that I archived something, and I'm realizing that once you archive something, you cannot recover it. Let me see if I have a token set because I want to create a contract, but I cannot create a contract unless there's a token set already made. And since this, like once you create a token set, it takes a while. It is going to take some time. Let me see. Well, no, this is taking a while. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, well, let me just go ahead and see how much I can. Let me see. Oh, hold on. Maybe this one already has a token set created. No. Wow. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let me just go ahead and show you the contracts while it's creating this stuff. Let me see how it's going. It's only at 4. Yeah, this everything is really fast on Bueno until you actually start creating the tokens. Oh, it's at 68 now. That's when it's actually creating all the images, all the metadata. It's putting it up there, so it's uploading. So it takes some time. Oh, but it's going. It's almost there.
Yeah, it's actually going really fast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, if it was a token set that was
Believe
like
in our
10,000,
product. Believe in the product.
believe in a product. Well, no, it's just like this is. I mean, this actually takes time. It's their images. They're like I think like 3,000 by 3,000 pixels each image. So it is in its rendering each image. So it does take a while, to do that.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure that even Photoshop will be like, yo, come on, give me some slack. There you go. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, cool. Well, while it's getting there, we can start creating our contract. So once you have your token set ready, you have all your collection and everything, then you can go ahead and just like go to the contracts. And for some reason they're not loading. Okay, cool. And now here I actually already had made one, but let's just start from scratch. Let's create a new contract and let's call it Bueno Test. And it's great. The contract pretty easy. And then here, you start like adding all the contract information that you will want. For example, the contract name, and you can comment back and change it at any time before you deploy to mainnet. So, for example, here you can add a symbol. The symbol is like kind of like the symbol that appears like the ticker, like that appears on Etherscan. So let's call it test, bueno test, buen test. I don't know. I think it's between 3 and 5 characters what they recommend, but let's buen test. Buete, buete. There you go. That's going to be my token symbol. And then from here, you have to select where this collection is located. And I'm going to say, we have the Bueno test. And let's see if it already created. Ooh, it hasn't created my save and next. It hasn't created my token set. It's almost there. Let's see. I think I just needed to refresh. Let's go ahead. Bueno test again. Oh my God, it hasn't created this. Let's go. Oh, it wasn't Bueno test. It was Humankind. Duh. Let's go over here. Bueno test. Let's select Humankind. This is where I created my test. Yeah, there you go. This is the token set that we just created, Wednesday, June 8th. Yeah, that's the one. Let's call it Bueno test. And then let's call it Bueno, the symbol. Let's save and next. And this is just like, this is the token set that I created. So now it's grabbing that supply. And that supply, I think right now it's at 100. You can see it here. The public sale is going to be like that. So first, I added the details. You can come back at any time. And then after that, you want to set the pricing. And you have two options. You can say, hey, do you want the pre-sale or do you not want the pre-sale? If you do want the pre-sale, you can just turn it on and then put the price of the pre-sale. For example, let's say that it's by default it's just 0. So if you want it to be free, just leave it at 0. But if you want it to be like for all my people who are going to be on the pre-sale, I want them to be like a 0.05 or 0.02, really cheap. And then for the supply of them, I'm going to give them for the pre-sale, it's going to be 50. That means that only 50 people will be able to, only 50 tokens will be able to be sold on the pre-sale. And then I can also set different rules. For example, on per wallet, how many do you want? Let's say that 2. You can only, no, actually 1 because there's only 50. And then also how many per transaction maximum. So I only want it to be 1. So there's already like that. And then you can even add an allow list. And then from here, you can select or create an allow list that you already have. So like if you want to just like you can actually insert a CSV file with all the different wallets that you want to add to your allow list, or you can also just insert manually. That means that you can actually just like enter it, and if you know, for example, jboto.eth, that's one, and then you just like go one by one, and it's just like be sure of to comma separate each one, or you can just like upload. And that's if you have an allow list, and it makes it really cool because then you can just like for the people who have been there supporting you, you can just like create an allow list with them and just give those people those wallets access. And then after that, whenever you are ready for the public sale, you can just like do the public sale. And then also just you can set different rules for the public sale too, just like a different per transaction maximums, and then save and next. There you go. We have it. We don't have an allow list. Let's go ahead and do that. And now here are all the different features that you want. For example, here you want to set what is the wallet in which you want your primary sales to go. That means like and by default, it's just selecting my wallet, which is like this is my wallet, and it's just putting the percentage at 95. But let's say that I want to add another person to my project. Let's say that jboto.eth, and I want to give him a 10% because jboto was helping me in the development or like with the art. So I can add this person. Oh, apparently it's not. Apparently it's not a wallet. Let's let's go to OpenSea and actually select Gpoto. Hold on. Come on. Really? Gpoto? What is your wallet, Gpoto? Let me copy the wallet and let's go over here and let's just like add this wallet. There you go. So now we have a percentage of, well, we want it to be 85 for myself, then 10, and then 5. So then it's done. And now we have 100% here. And then from the secondary sales, you can only have one wallet. And this is just like it goes to the contract. This is just like a part of a smart contract that some marketplaces allow, whereas like they will respect a specific royalty percentage in a wallet that is part of the contract. But there are some other marketplaces you have to actually do it manually. For example, OpenSea. But by default, it would just like put your wallet address as where you will receive all your secondary sales royalties, and then you can just say what is the percentage. 5 usually is between 5 and 10. Let's say that I'm greedy and I want 10%. Ha ha ha. And now, if I want a delayed mint, this is pretty cool because, like, you want to turn it on or off. What is a delayed mint? That means that you want to reveal the tokens at a certain date. Later, once everyone minted, then you reveal the tokens. You can do that, or you can say automatic reveal. If you turn this off, then whenever someone mints, they will get their token. They will be generated on like right there. But if you want to delay it, you can just delay it and actually add a placeholder image. This placeholder image will be what appears in the meantime before it's actually revealed. So let's actually let's add this one as the placeholder. There you go. So now we have a placeholder image, we save it, we set it all. Let's go back and just like check everything. Hey, we set the wallet addresses in which like all of my primary sales are going. Bueno by default takes 5%. Hey, if you're selling something, that's where we make a little bit of money. So thank you for that. Hopefully you make a lot of contracts and you give us a little bit of money. And then from there, you just like we set the royalties, we set or delayed mint, we set a placeholder, and now we can go in to the next step. And this is where it gets tricky. This is where it gets pretty cool because this is where we're actually start putting it on the blockchain. And we recommend first doing a test. That means putting it on Rinkeby, on the network Rinkeby testnet before you actually put on the mainnet. Mainnet will be like the Ethereum one, and then you can just like deploy. Please switch to correct. You have to first like switch your network to be on Rinkeby. So I'm going to do that. Switch the network, and now switch the network, and now I'm on Rinkeby, and it's actually showing you here in what network you are. Now I'm in Rinkeby, so now I can deploy my contract on testnet. For that, you're going to need a little bit of ETH2, energizing flux capacitor. It's doing all of that stuff. It's pretty cool, actually. And energizing the flux capacitor. I love how all these things that it's actually doing. It's doing all of that stuff in the background. And yeah, so like once it does that, it will ask you for a little bit of ETH, but fake ETH because it's on the testnet. And well, it does that, and it just like takes some time because it's part of a creating a contract. As you can see here, it's actually contract is deploying it. Once it does that, then you're going to see it here. But I think we're going to end our demo here because like once I don't actually want to put this on the blockchain or anything because it's actually like I don't know, this is just for testing. But yeah, like now that's it. We learn how to create or art or generative art. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me just share my screen really quickly again, because like now I did it. It actually it is actually showing. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. Can you share my screen? So, like, hey, once
Yeah.
you're ready, this is what is going to cost you the estimated cost. And right now, it's actually going to cost me 0.0007 ETH to deploy this. And it's going to be, I don't know how, well, this is fake ETH. So, but this is like approximate what it will cost you to deploy it on the mainnet. I think it's kind of like similar. So I'm not going to do it because I don't want it to actually put on the on the blockchain. But this is the process that you will have. Once it's ready to deploy it, it will just like you will have to confirm it. And now once you put it on the mainnet, it's kind of like the same thing. You just like make sure, hey, you just deploy it, you connect it to your wallet, pay for gas, and it's on the mainnet. And once on the mainnet, then people can actually go and mint it.
Very nice
When it's on
presentation.
Rinkeby, it's on a blockchain. Yeah, it's on the Rinkeby, it's on the testnet blockchain. So it is it is actually it's kind of weird. It is on the blockchain, but it's not the main net blockchain. It's not the one that actually appears on OpenSea. It actually appears on the fake OpenSea because there's another OpenSea where you can actually do testing too.
I think we had another question too. Someone wanted to clarify if the allow list allows for ENS compatibility.
Allow list with ENS.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know if it was a bug that it was not allowing me to put an ENS address, the JPOTO one, but as far as I know, it should allow it. Yeah, as long as
Okay.
the ENS is tied to a wallet address, it will allow it. Any more questions? What about you, Steph? Do you have any more questions?
I don't think I see any more questions. If anyone wants to throw some out before we wrap up, would be happy to facilitate that. We
Do you
can
like my
do a
glasses?
chicken dance. Yes, those are good. I used to have some heart-shaped ones also.
Off topic. It seems you use Procreate for your artwork, but your lines like almost like they were done in Illustrator. How do you do it? Just like just gotta be a good artist. That's all. No, what do you mean that they look like they were done in Illustrator? They look pretty. At least the ones that I showed, they're pretty. I don't know. They don't look that great. Maybe you're talking about other collections that I made on Vector, and those actually I use Figma. I don't use Procreate. So I use two different tools. If you're talking about like other collections and other art that I made with vectors, I don't use Procreate for that. I use Figma.
I
There are more
think someone
questions?
else wanted to, yeah, we got what made you get into NFTs?
Is there is
Is
there a
it a big
way to
question?
deploy with only the placeholder and then add the images and metadata later using the late mint option? We don't support that right now. We don't support that flow. You have to choose a collection first. As you saw, that I couldn't move until I selected a collection. We're thinking of potentially like allowing you to do all of that stuff before. Yeah, it's just like the thing is that like we want to guarantee want to somehow guarantee that you're not doing a rug pull, you know. And one way for us to like, hey, well, at least this is not looking like a rug pull because you do have the art, you did all the work, you know. So like, and it's just like if we were to allow you to just like a deploy it, sell out, and then say goodbye, that wouldn't be cool, right? And we wouldn't want to keep 5% on something like that. Like we since like we want to like allow only the flow where people we have seen that they have created and generated their collection. So at least for now, that's how we're doing it. I was referring to something you showed recently on Twitter. You showed, yeah. How does Bueno differentiate from the NFT art generator? I From the NFT art generator, I don't know, but well, Bueno, the NFT art generator that we have is from Bueno. It's all Bueno, muy bueno. Sigma, yeah, maybe Sigma. Also, maybe what made you get into NFTs? I don't know, curiosity and just like an amazing community that is there, wanting to build, wanting to create. It's for any of those who are creators and want to get into the space. We recommend you coming to our Discord. Uh, and our Discord, you're going to find a lot of different creators, a community of people who just want to support each other and just want to build and use this new technology on NFTs, Web3 to do something new. And I think I don't know, it's really cool to be surrounded by people that are just like curious and want to create and want to just experiment. And I don't know, it's contagious when you're around people like that, right? Because then you get inspired and then you go ahead and do other stuff too, and then just start doodling. At least that's how I get some my inspiration and energy sometimes. Will this video be available for see you later? Yes, it will be available. That makes sense because you have to get paid too. Yeah, yeah. I was referring to that. Well, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Steph, for just like uh, uh,
You
uh
you
the
kind of
Discord.
handled the Q&A, and I was like, oh, I'm not needed.
Yeah.
I can
Well,
tell
it,
everyone though. Have any more questions? Join our Discord, and you can bombard us with questions there. I'll help you.
okay. Well, thank you so much. And thank you, Steph. And I'll see you around. Okay.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye.
And I just wanted to close out again. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us. I know a lot of you are already part of our community, but if you aren't following, you can follow us on Twitter. Please follow us on our Discord community. Try out the product and upvote the Bueno generator on Product Hunt today so we can make the product of the day. It'd be awesome. All right. Thanks so much, everybody.